Hi everybody, Tracy Brown. And those of you who have been watching my videos for any amount of time know that I sit in car line quite a bit waiting to pick up my little one, and it's often where I do many of my videos because I'm sitting here thinking, so I might as well share with you what I'm thinking about in the moment. And this was largely prompted by a really sweet watcher on my YouTube channel asking me to talk a little bit about clean eating. And that actually has been in my craw a little bit too lately with the new Panera commercials about eating clean and just a lot of that yuck old value judgment around certain foods, and a little bit of that privilege around like our food has to be free of this, that, or the other, or it's not good enough. And the whole thing just makes me cringe, basically. So today we're going to talk a little about how do you stay grounded in yourself when you're hearing so many messages that sound so like, of course, yeah, I want to eat like quality food and I want to eat clean. Well, what does that even mean? And I always want to make the sarcastic joke of like, well, if I go to Panera, good thing they're not going to put like rat poison in my food. Good, gosh. Or, well, what's the opposite of clean? Dirty? So, what are people really talking about when they say clean? And we know what the answer is that it has to be somehow the highest standards possible for us to be healthy, or for us to be caring about ourselves and desire to feed ourselves and our families well. And I gotta tell you, eating healthy has so much more to do with how we come to the table and how we eat our food versus how privileged we are to be able to buy all organic everything. And I'm not knocking that, by the way. I'm just saying that, like, it's okay if we have a hot dog and boxed macaroni and cheese for a meal. You're not going to die. And in fact, if you feed your family or yourself that in a very calm and nourished kind of way, that's doing you a lot of good mentally and emotionally. And of course, you're getting protein, carbs, and fat from it, which are the building blocks of everything anyway. So I think we've really confused like needing to eat always the right type of fats or carbs or proteins to somehow outrun death, and that's never going to happen. No matter if you eat organic or not, you're not going to be able to prevent the inevitable. And so, yeah, I mean, again, I talk about this in lots of my videos and blog posts about nutrition. Nutrition is really about hedging your bets. It doesn't guarantee anything. And the best way, if your goal really is around health, holistically, I mean mentally, emotional, physical, even spiritual, is to be able to come to your meals without fear. Be able to come to your meals in relaxation and eat them in a nourishing way, and honestly be grateful for what you have that gives you the energy to live your life and do what you need to do. And to me, that's way more healthy than I can only eat the organic thing with the grass-fed thing. And again, I'm not saying that if you can find sourcing of food and you can afford it, that decreases maybe additives in your food, great, you should do that. But not be so fearful if you can't get that food that either you won't eat or you'll agonize about what you did eat. Honestly, that's not healthy at all. And over all the years and all the trends that I've seen in nutrition is that we still don't know very much. We're just doing our best with the information we have. And if you can learn to trust your body more than anything else, you're going to be healthy in the long run. And still remember that health science and research, as much as we don't want to admit this, is still impacted by the people who run the studies and what their agenda is too. So I really want you all to think about that science isn't infallible, and people have their agendas about what they want to prove. And so again, I'm not being conspiracy theorist about science. It's good to have evidence-based information to, again, make your best decisions on. It's just that when you see things that market clean eating, or that you can't eat eggs, or now you can't eat eggs. I want you to really just come back home to yourself and start to trust, like, wait a minute, there's nothing outside of me that's gonna know more than me about how my body is responding to the food that I'm eating. And so when you see people talking about clean eating or good food, bad food, your first thought needs to be like, well, what's the agenda here? And is this fear-based? And what is this that people will say that there's a food I shouldn't be eating or I should be eating? And what does my body say? All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.